Hi there, it's Joseph, and welcome back to the YouTube channel dedicated to San Miguel de Allende's secrets. Today we're going to talk about chapels at home. As always, if you need additional information, in the descriptive box below are links to various websites, and including a link to Amazon.com that features all 10 of the best-selling books in the San Miguel de Allende Secrets book series. Home-based chapels have grown in popularity since the pandemic, but have been in use for a really long time. Why and what does a chapel in a house provide? A chapel is a Catholic place of worship and prayer that's usually relatively small, distinguishing it from a church. A chapel can be part of a bigger church like the Chapel to Our Lady of Loreto in the Auditorio, or a home-based structure. Worshipping in a home-based chapel has been around since the time of Jesus, as the New Testament mentions apostles praying at various homes. That makes sense considering it was a new religion trying to fly under the Romans' radar, so they couldn't go right out and build public temples. As time went on, churches became the norm. European kings and queens kept a chapel in the castle, often for respite and quiet from the stressful royal duties. Eventually, by the time the conquistadors arrived in Mexico, the merely wealthy would build a home-based chapel in their hacienda. The chapel in the hacienda, now known as the Allende Institute, is unique in that it still has furnishing, picturing there to the left. Most home hacienda chapels were stripped long ago of their altars and furniture. By the 19th century, the home's owner often built a chapel so they could invite their favorite priest to come say a mass there. Today, I've seen these chapels serve as most everything from garden sheds to master bedrooms, as there are no longer enough priests, even for the churches here in town. The word chapel started with St. Martin. You see his image in convenience stores around town as a gladiator cutting his cape in half to give a nude elderly man on the ground. That night, Martin dreamt the older man was Jesus, causing him to change his life and become a priest. Martin kept his half of the cape to show folks that he had to go back to his military unit with his uniform, and God doesn't ask for more than we can do. When Martin died, his half of the cape had a small church in Rome built around it, for the Latin word for cape becoming chapel. Today, Martin is the patron saint of cowboys and those that rely on the kindness of strangers, like store owners waiting for a stranger to come in for soda or chips. Thousands of cowboys and cowgirls trot through town near his feast day to have their horses blessed at the nearby village called St. Martin. The first airport chapel was created in 1951 in Boston for airport workers, but grew to include travelers. It was originally Catholic, but the airport chapels today are often multi-faith. Home chapel construction has grown in the U.S. during the pandemic. Brendan and Molly Coop built one with seating for 15 to do family-focused prayers with their 8 children. For many of today's chapel builders, a home chapel became an extension of their home altar, an idea gaining popularity far and wide thanks to social media and televised real estate programs. When my youngest went off to college, I turned his bedroom into a chapel. I can't imagine any priest will ever say a mass there, but I like the quiet it provides to think and pray. Mine features a large painting of Guadalupe along with several antique images of Mary, alongside photos of important women in my life. I figure between the 2 male dogs and I, the home could use some more feminine energy. I have another pal whose entire home emits the tranquility and beauty of a chapel, with even her dog bowl featuring a painting to prayer above it. Loaded with art, ancient and new, her home is one of my favorite places to come in out of the heat. As she explained to me, quote, "My home is my chapel, my sanctuary. I feel that every day and can't imagine living any other way. Walking to my home into any room, it's balm to me, soothing, and often solving the cares of the world just by being in the energy of it." Today, hacienda chapels and long-vacated indigenous chapels around town are used for destination weddings, some featuring on-site hotels, pools, and reception areas for a wedding party that lasts all weekend. In real estate news, many are combining their craft rooms with a home gym to open up more spaces for the ever-popular home chapel. As always, feel free to click the subscribe now button below and you'll get automatic notifications of new videos as they're released here on the San Miguel de Allende Secrets YouTube channel.